Hello everyone! Today we're reviewing the One FS model. This is the largest camper in our lineup. It fits all full-size pickups, or as they're also called, American pickups. These are models like the Toyota Tundra, Dodge Ram, Ford F-150 and many others. Now we'll take a look at it from the outside and then inside. From the outside, at first glance, the module looks like any other camper from the series. It has the same shape, the same basic equipment, exterior compartments, windows, awnings, screens, shower and much more. The only thing that sets it apart is its size. It is significantly larger than its counterparts. Please note that in this video we will only talk about the main differences between this camper and the other campers we produce. Technically and structurally, all our campers are identical. So if you are interested in a detailed review of the campers we produce, check out the video linked in the description. Let's take a look at the topic of size using a diagram. Right now you can see the overall dimensions of the most popular camper in our lineup, the 1DC model. And here are the dimensions of this camper. Its total length is 3 meters 75 centimeters, the height is 1.7 meters, and the width is 2 meters and 5 centimeters. Thus it is 30 centimeters longer, 25 centimeters taller, and also 25 centimeters wider than the 1DC camper. At the same time, the total volume of all compartments, boxes and cabinets for storing travelers' belongings and gear in this model is 800 liters, whereas in the 1DC, this volume is 380 liters. That means you can pack twice as many things. This image lists all the pickup trucks on which this camper can be installed. As a rule, these are full-size American pickups. Thanks to its large size, this camper has an absolutely huge entrance. Take a look for yourself. The upper door, as in all our campers, lifts up. The lower one folds down and forms steps. The steps are foldable, by the way, so when the door is closed, you fold them up so they don't get in your way inside. And when you need them, you can lower them and use them as a staircase into the camper. Look at how comfortable it is to enter this camper. So, thanks to its large size, as I mentioned, the entrance is quite spacious. Here I am entering, and I don't have to duck my head at all as I step into the camper. And now I'm already inside. Now we'll open the roof. And let's see what's inside here. One of the features of this camper series is that you can comfortably settle in here without raising the roof. So right now, the roof is down. At the same time, I'm sitting here quite comfortably and I still have some headroom above me. Yes, so nothing is pressing down on me from above and I'm sitting comfortably. And that's a big advantage. This is a major distinguishing feature of this series compared to our other campers. Because in campers, for example, in the compact series or the 1DC, when the roof is down, I would probably be sitting something like this. But here I'm sitting comfortably and I don't need to hunch over. So during short stops, like for lunch, to have some coffee on the road or to take a break, you can do all that without even raising the roof. If we're talking about strong winds or really bad weather conditions, when you definitely don't want to raise the roof and, for example, you want to stay in a more enclosed and secure space, that's entirely possible here. You can conveniently use the lower sleeping areas. They're quite spacious here, 2 meters long and 1 to 1.3 meters wide. So basically 2 people can easily lie down here below. Now we'll lower the table, rearrange these cushions and set up the sleeping area. You can easily spend the night here. Accordingly, you only need to raise the roof when you want to use the upper sleeping berths or when you want to be able to stand up to your full height here. Of course, right now I can't stand up to my full height here, but when I stand on the lower floor, it's actually quite acceptable. So you can even cook something here. That's it. But sitting at the dining table is absolutely comfortable, nothing gets in the way and nothing presses down from above. And that, of course, is a big advantage of this series compared to other series. Another advantage of this series is the large amount of storage space for things and travel gear. Now I'll tell you about each of these storage areas and you'll see that there really is a lot of space here. Let's start with the kitchen unit. Thanks to the great height of the camper above the kitchen unit, there's a large wall that allows you to place spacious textile organizers. Yes, basically we install textile organizers in all our campers. But here, these are the tallest and most spacious organizers, yes. So you can store all sorts of small items there, starting from spices, toothbrushes, soap, and other small things all the way up to these 2 large bags, yes. In other words, you can fit quite a large amount of things in there. At the client's request, a sink with a lid was installed here, yes. So when you don't need to use the sink, it can be closed with the lid, and in this way the entire surface becomes an extension of the kitchen countertop, So you can, for example, cut something here, prepare food, and so on. As for the kitchen unit itself, here basically everything is constructed the same way as in all our campers. So there are several pull-out drawers and 2 compartments at the bottom for larger items. That's it. So this way we can store some food, some appliances, maybe for cooking. Here there are various small items. The drawers pull out quite far, just like in all our campers. And in this way you have full access to them here, yes. That is, they extend fully all the way to the very back wall. Opposite the kitchen unit in the campus of this series, there is a large spacious drawer. It can be used for storing things, meaning you can install a rod inside and hang your clothes on hangers. You can also add several shelves there. There are various ways to configure it, but overall, having such a drawer is only possible in campus of this series. At the same time, note that there is also enough space here for a refrigerator. That is because this camper is significantly larger than all the others. There are no issues with space, so we can fit both a refrigerator and such a large, spacious wardrobe. Another feature of the campers in this series is the presence of this kind of drawer. It can be used to store shoes as well as any other equipment, but overall, having such a drawer is only possible thanks to the larger size of this particular camper series. So here, as in all campers, there is a 100-liter water tank installed. And actually, this space can also be used for some kind of storage. In the campers of this series, the sofas in the dining area are significantly wider than in all other campers. That is, the sofa is 1 meter 30 centimeters wide. Here you can lie down, leaning against that backrest, so it's quite comfortable to, for example, put a laptop here and settled on the sofas, calmly watch movies, TV series, and so on. The enlarged size of the dining area allows you to store much more in the compartments located under the sofas in the dining area. So here there is a storage compartment, quite spacious, and you can fit a lot of things in there. The sleeping area in this camper series is located, as in all other campers we produce, in the alcove. Accordingly, to use it, you need to pull out the shelf, which is mounted on these guides, and place the additional mattress. This way, you get a rather large sleeping area here. Friends, this was a review of the camper series, the largest camper in our lineup. In this video, we tried to focus only on the main differences between this model and Model E, the most popular camper in our range. To put it briefly, the differences, of course, are in the size. This model is the largest. Otherwise, technically and conceptually, these campers are very similar. So if you are interested in a more detailed review of the campers we produce, please check out the video linked in the description. And if you also dream of having your own camper, please feel free to contact us. We build them quickly and, most importantly, with high quality. We take an individual approach to every client. And in just 3 months, you'll be able to set off on your first journey in an ORMO camper. Well, that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attention, and see you next time.